do not buy this game yet. Just hold off until they fix it, because you're just not going to be able to play it anyway. Well, that was an absolute disaster. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the video on the channel. This is definitely not the second video that I wanted to make on the new Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. It just wasn't. If you're watching this gameplay in the background right now, you'll be able to tell that this is still the very starting bit of gameplay. So as soon as you start off the game, you're driving around in the Lamborghini Huracan and you're doing some races. That's pretty much how this game starts off. If you've seen any walkthroughs or any playthroughs of this game so far, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, this isn't the second video that I wanted to make on this, but yesterday was an absolute disaster with the release of this game, and they were warned, right? Namco was warned. They were told. The whole community was against them making this game always online. And again, they were warned by Black Panther, which was seen on Twitter, him telling them that their servers are gonna absolutely shit themselves. And oh, would you look at that? They absolutely did. Their beta was awful for testing out anything to do with their servers. They allowed it for only some people, so when those some people got on the game, they were having fun and they were able to play the game. But as soon as we got the release for the game for the public and for everyone else, it was a disaster. And keep this in mind, this is still the early access to this game. This is still the pre-release to this game. This is for the gold members, or whatever it is, the collector members, whatever it's called, where people get to play it a week early. Alright? So keep that in mind. This is for the people that paid extra for the game. Wait until the people that have paid just the normal price for the game in a week's time hop on. It's going to be the same thing all over again if they don't do something to these servers. Like I said, it was an absolute disaster yesterday. I was trying to get on the game from the very beginning in the morning when it was 10 o'clock. Obviously, we've had a lot of tweets go out when it comes to stuff like this. It was a funny set of tweets due to the fact that, like I said, the game was supposed to go live in the morning at 10 o'clock, right? That was it. 10 o'clock in British summertime, or whatever we want to call it, or Irish time. 10 o'clock in the morning, we're supposed to go live. I was up at the time. I was like, you know what? This is sick. I'm going to hop on. Everybody's on. I'm going to start making some videos. I did have the game a little bit earlier. That's why I had some gameplay go up. But I ended up having that gameplay go up, and then obviously all of my progress was wiped because they wanted everybody to start at the same level. So that started off very interesting for me, because I had to restart again literally like a couple days after. Anyway, in the morning, start putting on the game, and yeah, obviously I was greeted with me getting kicked off the actual game due to the fact that there's been some connection issues to the servers. And the funny thing is, they tweeted out, oh yeah, then we have some issues. Let us give us like half an hour and we'll fix it, right? Half an hour turned into 12 hours of waiting. For me anyway. I've tried the entire day to get on. The entire day was impossible for me to get on. Up until about 10:30 in the evening, right? That was the only time that I was actually able to get on. And I love the way that they said that we are seeing significant improvements with the solutions implemented over the past hour. This was, by the way, at 10:15 in the evening, and someone replied to that as like, obviously you're gonna see this working because everybody in Europe has genuinely just gone to bed. Nobody's playing it. Of course, people are gonna be able to get on the game now. The thing is, though, as soon as you're able to get on the game, like I did last night, you're gonna see gameplay like this in the background. If you're watching this right now, you should notice that sometimes when I get into races, I will end up having to restart those races. This is about, I'd say, 12 to 13 minutes of content that you're watching in the background right now that I've recorded in about an hour and a half. That's how long it took me to do about 12 minutes of content. Basically, doing the starter races all over again to get to the same point where I was before. Still didn't get there, by the way. But I was so bored of just basically restarting events over and over and over again, because this is always online. It's constantly searching for players to join you, and it's constantly looking at the leaderboards for the events for you to try and obviously beat those and stuff like that. And it's constantly doing stuff online. Instead of having like an offline feature, it's constantly doing stuff online and destroying the races that you're doing. You're basically doing races, and I'm like I have a gold on this race that I've done here, and basically it's making me do it again because I don't know, I just didn't think I finished it, or I didn't think I got gold in it. So it was an absolute disaster. People weren't able to get on, and if you were able to get on, you would have an experience like what I'm having here on the screen right now. And also, for whatever reason, because their servers were so poor, my game was running very poorly as well. I ended up putting an FPS counter at the top of the screen so you guys can see how badly my game runs now. I was able to get over 100 FPS on this game easy over the past little while, and obviously back in the beta and stuff like that, where it just doesn't really matter. But now, once this game was out, I was able to get over 100 FPS anyway, before we had everybody else on. Now everybody else is trying to get on, and the servers are being bombarded by about 10,000 people, because I'm guessing there's not going to be that many people that have ended up buying this game. I'm expecting this, that I have expected this from Call of Duty or Battlefield or something like that. Whenever people get on and you have like million players on at the same time, I'm definitely expecting some of the services to go a bit tits up. Same with the WoW release. When WoW came out with the War Within there just not that long ago, we had the same issue. The auction house was an absolute mess. When you were playing the game, it wasn't really the smoothest thing in the world, but you were still able to do content. It just wasn't the smoothest thing in the world. But again, you're having like 1 million plus players hopping on at the same time. This game does not have 1 million plus players hopping on at the same time, especially not in the early access or early release of this game. And I guarantee you, if they don't do something, it's going to happen again when the full game actually releases for everybody. Genuinely, I don't understand the thought process of this. Like I said, Black Panther said that they should have done testing for the servers. They should have given every single person that wanted or that bought the game, that pre-ordered the game, like everybody that they could have given them an open beta. Everybody able to play the game, and just to test out the servers, just to see what it's like, to see if they're ready to release to the public. But no, they decided to pick individual people and let them play the game. And obviously it worked back then because there's not that many people that ended up playing the game. But now that people have bought the game, they want to play it and they wanted to hop on and do content, and obviously they can't because they can't even get on, and then they get put in a queue and then they get booted off the game. That was the entire process yesterday, and from what I've seen with the tweet this morning from Test Drive, it's still not fixed. So my quick little synopsis, my quick little conclusion to this game: do not buy this game yet. Just hold off until they fix it, because you're just not going to be able to play it anyway. So just do not buy this game yet. That is what I have to say. I'm sorry. The game may be fun. I will end up doing a whole like series of different types of videos on this game, especially a pros and cons list. I've done it with Karak Street there recently, and I'm definitely going to do it with this game and talk about, you know, everything with this game, handling physics, graphics, and progression and all that sort of stuff. I'll make a whole video on that sort of stuff, but I need to first of all get on the game and be able to play it, because there's no way I can do that if I don't play the game. So like I said, if you want to play this game yourselves, definitely wait until they fix it. I don't know how long that's going to take, but just wait until they fix it. Just hold off on purchasing this game, or else you're going to waste your money and you're not going to be able to play the game. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to say for today's video. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, the gameplay in the background should show at least some life and somehow what this game is like. In the previous video, I also didn't have with anti-aliasing on, just because I kind of wanted to basically see what the sharpness and stuff is like. Now I put it on, and it looks, I guess, a little better probably in the video, but there's just so much blurriness and so much motion blur, but also just blurry objects in the background. I guess it kind of looks a little bit more cinematic and stuff like that, but I kind of want it to look clear instead of cinematic. Regardless, we'll see how we progress with this game and how they end up fixing it and making it better. Hopefully they make it better, because right now it's an unplayable joke, and it's only due to their stupidity and by making it always online. That is, it is just that. It's just them always making it, or making it always online. It makes no sense to do it, because you can't handle the always online part. It's not even just me having bad internet connection or people around the world having bad internet connection. It's literally just your servers not being able to handle the amount of people hopping on at the same time. So that is why it is stupid for a game like this to be always online. Regardless, like I said, don't buy this game yet. Hold off. And yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.